a CBS3 Eyewitness Weather Special Report.
Stop! We can't wait for the summertime and spring to come.
I'm just hoping that it'll go away.
3 storms in 1 month. It's a hat trick, but no one is cheering. Big snow, even bigger winds, all a big mess. February goes out like a lion. What does it mean for March? We have the answer to that coming up. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kathy Orr.
And I'm Doug Cameron. Welcome to our CBS3 Eyewitness Weather Special. We're focusing in on the reason for our non-stop snowstorms.
And looking at what's ahead as the whole next month of March gets ready to come in.
But up next, how does our snowfall compare to other cities that normally get a lot of snow? We'll crunch the numbers.
Absolutely, and there's so much to know. Where is all that moisture coming from? We do have those answers coming up.
An exclusive eyewitness weather forecast anytime on the Big Talker 1210 AM.
Welcome back. It certainly has been a very busy winter. We've been keeping track of all the different weather systems and trying to forecast where and when the storms will hit.
Yeah, Kathy, it's like deja vu all over again. And again. As we recover from the third snowstorm this month, the fourth of the season, it's like a conveyor belt of snowstorms chugging their way across the country and smacking right into the Delaware Valley each and every time, starting back in December. Our snow debut began in December. A weekend storm on the 19th. Easy on the eyes, not so easy on the back.
Rough, man. It's real rough out here.
At Lincoln Financial Field, crews took on a snow clearing job before the Eagles could take on the San Francisco 49ers. When the storm ended, nearly 2 feet of snow was recorded for Philadelphia, but it wasn't enough to stop holiday shoppers 1 week before Christmas.
If I have to come on a sled.
January was quiet. A flake here and a flake there, but no real accumulations to speak of. A dusting on the sidewalks of Philadelphia. Snow total for the month? A mere 3 inches. But by the 5th and 6th of February, we were staring down the barrel of a big weekend storm. Crews worked hard to stay ahead.
You worked 18 hours the last storm. What about this one?
We'll probably work another 18.
And the snow came with thunder. A rare meteorological event, but characteristic of an intense storm. And while the Philly area added up 28.5 inches, the first storm of February missed New York City and Points North. Just days later, we had barely begun to dig out, when on February 10th, our White Weary region was under a blizzard warning, the first since 1996.
I'm making it. I'm pressing on. That's all I can say.
And unlike the previous weekend storms, this one slammed us right in the middle of the work week, shutting down the city.
City offices are closed to the public.
Workers at Lowe's in Cape May County were shoveling the heavy snow off the roof, fearing a collapse. Total snow this time around, 15.8 inches in Philadelphia. Our short points were raked by branch-breaking, wire-tearing 60-mile-an-hour winds. Tens of thousands of people were without power.
Right now, we're out of electric. Had electric for 9 hours and went out again. All the wires were burning up.
And then, of course, the third snowstorm of the month blew in Wednesday, just as the previous snow was starting to melt. This one was a slow starter, but once it got going, Philadelphia received 5.6 inches. The Lehigh Valley received more than a foot, and the entire region was buffeted by winds gusting to near 50 miles an hour. Absolutely amazing. So let's compare our snow totals from this season to other cities that are notorious for their deep snowfall amounts.
And this is fun to watch.
Yeah.
Take a look. At this point in the winter season, Philadelphia is out-snowing Buffalo. Hard to believe. Well, that part of New York State is infamous for its blinding whiteouts of lake-effect snow. Their snow totals of 69 inches is lower than Philly's accumulation so far of 78.7 inches of snow. Let's go to the Midwest. The Windy City has had its fair share of wintry weather, but again, the city of brotherly love has beaten Chi-Town. Take a look. Total so far this season in Chicago, 49.3 inches compared to Philly's deep snow.
Moving further west, the Twin Cities can't compete with Philadelphia either. Despite Minnesota's reputation for brutal winters, the snowfall in Minneapolis-St. Paul stacks up to 40.7 inches. Again, Philly comes up with more.
And out west, the mile-high city of Denver is a big snow town. While storms take aim at their mountains, those weather events haven't been strong enough to drop as much snow as we've had. So far, Denver totals up to 46 inches, less again than Philadelphia.
Now coming up, the answer to the frequently asked question.
Why are we having all this snow? Well, it's a two-word answer with a big meaning that will affect the rest of our winter. We'll show you coming up. Everyone keeps asking us, where is all this snow coming from? So we called in a friend of ours, meteorologist Jim Everwine. Jim has been forecasting for over 38 years in this area with the National Weather Service. He's waited for a winter like this his whole career. So we asked him, what's behind all these storms, Jim? And his answer, two little words that come with a big impact.
El Nino. Yeah, and that's something that we have grown to understand over the years. We're understanding it now. We know what it means.
El Nino is the warm water current in the eastern Pacific Ocean, and moisture from there has been a big player in this season's winter storms.
For people who are unfamiliar with El Nino, if we sum it up briefly, the moisture comes from, obviously, the Pacific.
Right.
It streams across the country. You pick up some moisture from the Gulf of Mexico.
Right.
Then you add the moisture from the Atlantic.
Right.
Then your northern jet stream brings down the cold, and then pow.
Pow. Yeah, you have the perfect ingredients.
The perfect ingredients for a major winter storm or two.
What's amazing, we looked at the satellite images of the two February storms, the back-to-back storms, where the moisture plume was coming across the Baja of California and then moving across the Gulf of Mexico, moving up the coast, and you can actually see the source of moisture where it's coming from.
Absolutely. Once the cold air comes down from Canada and continues to dig and dig and dig and dig, the farther south it digs, the more it's going to turn this plume north, driving that tropical moisture up into the system.
What do you think March will bring? We know that El Nino is going to continue, and our weather pattern is really not going to change too much.
March is a transition. If this pattern is active, here we are just a couple of days from March. It's going to be rough if we get these storms forming south.
And more tropical moisture means more snow in many cases, although March is typically a milder month. Now, this is our March outlook. Temperatures, where you see the blue, will be forecast to be below average, and below average is chilly. The average high being 51.3 degrees, and we do believe we will be below average in those temperatures. Precipitation, where you see the green, that's above average in the Philadelphia area, will be at average, and average precipitation is around 3.81 inches. Average snowfall is around 3.3 inches, but with El Nino continuing through the month of March, we are thinking we will have more snow than average coming up this season. Coming up, we will have much more from our winter special right after this.
We know it's tough out there.
It better be our last storm.
The team at Eyewitness News on CBS3 and the CW Philly is working around the clock to keep you informed.
Yes, it is still snowing here.
Eyewitness News, always on.
We are back with some fun in the snow, and after 3 hours of hard work, a 16-foot tall snowman was built by college buddies James, Jonathan, Kevin, and young Dan. Wow. Notice the hula hoop, Doug, on the snowman, in the mini-me snowman down in front. Nice work, guys.
It's like a hula skirt. If you have a winter storm picture, we want to see it. Send us your Eyewitness Cam photos on CBS3.com. Just click on your weather.
And if you want your weather on the go, now there's an app for that. Download the free CBS3 app, your iPhone or iPod Touch. For more information on this, Doug and I both have it. Go to CBS3.com.
Thanks for watching this CBS3 Eyewitness Weather Special. I'm Doug Cameron.
And I'm Kathy Orr. Have a great weekend.
And we'll keep an eye on that next snowstorm. Hopefully it goes south. Stay south.
This has been a CBS3 Eyewitness Weather Special Report.